trail. Bad news and high heels made me go off the rails. But one look at her, she's oh so fine. I know I've got to make her mine. She's just my kind, I can't get her off my mind. She's my kind of woman.
War. War never changes. In the year 2077, the struggle for the world's petroleum and uranium deposits reached a tipping point. Earth's superpowers made one last desperate attempt to take what was left from each other, only to ruin any chance of maintaining the status quo. Bombs hit the west coast of the United States first, triggering a cascade of nuclear warheads being launched all across the globe. Few survivors made it to the underground vaults built by Vault-Tec. The rest were left to survive the blasts and the ensuing fallout on their own. Some lived, most died, while others suffered a fate worse than death. It is now 200 years later, and the east coast of the United States has started to be reclaimed by survivors. The Brotherhood of Steel, a somewhat altruistic group of technology-hoarding militants, patrols the regions from the capital wasteland in the ruins of DC to the Commonwealth in the ruins of Boston. Amidst warring factions of raider groups, supermutants, and irradiated humans known as ghouls, the survivors of the wasteland have carved out moderately safe locations to farm and live. One such place is in the ruins of Philadelphia, where 10 years ago the door of Vault 113 opened underneath the Liberty Bell. In the ensuing decade, the inhabitants of Vault 113 have flourished, creating a safe haven for all people known as Liberty City.
This just in! Our wily wastelanders have finally left the ruins of Temple University after a failed search for the George Harrison cake topper in the commissary. After getting lost and finding a Brotherhood of Steel outpost at an old police station, the team finally makes it to the Dale's territory to ask for a cheesesteak holotape. But misfortune beset our heroes as a group of hostile supermutants tried to blow up their car with a rocket launcher. Randall swerved out of the way, but under the darkness of night ended up crashing right through the main gates of the Dale's compound. Now, the Dales are on high alert and preparing their weapons to attack. The supermutants are closing in from the other side, and our wily wastelanders are caught in the middle. How will they get out of this sticky situation? And we are live with episode 4. That's 8. Episode 4 of Fallout Liberty City. Welcome in, everybody. Real quick, before we get started, I'm going to do a little chat command there. I've got a Kickstarter live for an 84-page graphic novel. We have hit 50% funding in just 48 hours. If you would like to get a comic book, you can follow the link in the chat right now and go, support me and the things that I do so that I can use that money to buy more tabletop systems for the show.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go around the table and let everybody introduce themselves, starting with Lace. Let them know who you are and what you're playing tonight.
Well, hello. I am Lace Transformer, known as such here on Twitch, and tonight I am playing Randall, the super mutant, who was formerly an antique dealer and now rambles around the Fallout countryside of Pennsylvania in a large Victorian bed made into a car with my good friends here.
Amazing. Zack, let them know who you are and who you're playing tonight.
Hello, I'm playing Senor Ayuda. I am a Mr. Handy robot here to assist my surgeon, Sam Silver. Currently we're in a bit of a pickle, and I will do all I can to make sure that he survives and gets out of it so that he can save another one of our many... What did we call them, Sam?
Uh, cadavers?
Cadavers. Thank you, Mr. Silver.
Cadavers, oh my god. Let's shoot over to Sangreti. A nice little segue there. Let them know who you're playing tonight, Sangreti.
Hey everybody, I'm Sangreti, and tonight I'll be playing Sam Silver, the surgeon.
And last but definitely not least, substances used.
Hi, I'm Dion, also known as Substances Used. Tonight, I'm playing Priscilla Depew, the once vault survivor, now ghoul mechanic.
Amazing. All right. So, as you guys saw in the recap last week, I don't know how much I said in the recap because it's been like a week since I recorded it, but at the end of last episode, as our characters were driving to meet the Dales and their particular cloistered location in the outskirts of Philadelphia, they made a little bit of a driving roll and ended up with a little thing that we call a complication in this system. So the scene got worse, and by getting worse, I mean a super mutant group shot a missile at the car. They missed the car, but the resulting explosion caused Randall to swerve and crash through the gates of the Dales, like, walled-in section of a couple of blocks of northwest Philly. And they hopped out of the car. Priscilla tried to, like, calm everybody down by introducing herself, letting the Dales know that she's been there before a bunch of times, but with about half a dozen super mutants or so chasing them in through the now busted open gates. We ended with the super mutants chasing them from behind and a bunch of wastelanders getting their guns ready, and with our characters caught in the middle with nowhere to go because they're on a street with a bunch of boarded up buildings on either side of them. So we'll take you now over to the combat scene here. So as you guys can see, I'll explain this a little bit here. The icons at the top are references to various places on the actual kind of places in the scene. So under the car icon, that's where your car is. That's sort of like a zone unto itself because you have to move either around or over or through the car to kind of get past it. It's an obstacle that you'd have to get around. If you're in the same zone as it, you can use it as cover if you want. Same thing with this broken wall on the other side of you guys. There's rubble kind of in the streets. You can use those as cover if you're in the same zone as it. Otherwise, it just represents, some areas that you have to move around or carefully climb over if you're going to go over the rubble. Then you have an open stretch of road before you get to the couple of wastelanders on the ground right in front of D'Alessandro's sub shop. They're kind of like on the sidewalk there, and then you got the sub shop on the far right with 3 wastelanders on the roof with rifles, and then on the far left you've got the super mutants and the gate to town with a little stretch of open road between the gate and where the car skidded to a halt. I believe that is good. I think we're going to roll for initiative here as much as we need to actually roll for initiative because the system has, I'm pretty sure, just flat initiatives, right? Pretty
Yes, I
sure.
got 17 initiative
Or that was defense. I
and a
rolled
4 on the
defense.
dice.
All right.
An old 9.
How do you click the initiative button?
So it's the little dice next to the initiative.
There's all the way to the right. Okay.
Yeah, and you have to have your character selected on
Yeah, I did.
the
I rolled a 20. You want me to roll again on the gig?
Yeah, you got because it's the flat number is basically what it is.
There you
The
go.
strength is fantastic, by the way.
did you put here? I'll
What are you drinking?
add-
I figured since I was going to be the surgeon tonight, I should make myself a painkiller.
Your initiative's on 11, right, Randall?
It is indeed.
I remembered a thing.
It was in your own mind.
I don't know why that is that name, because I updated the character sheet, but whatever. We're gonna go in descending order, so we are going to start combat here. With Senor Ayuda.
Does the car look to be damaged beyond drivability?
It would be best if you were to repair it. I believe what I said at the end of last session is that it is drivable, but it is going to be a more difficult check. It's going to require more successes to drive it safely because the front axle is a little bent, so it's going to be hard to steer.
I'm pretty sure Randall also parked it like sideways at the gate to like block it, and then was like, "Okay." This
I
is
actually
where it's
remember that
sitting."
specifically because I was very
Yeah.
Randall
specific.
T-bone it.
You did not block the gate. You have it far enough away so that it's like a T entrance.
That's
you run
right.
in like about, and it's like maybe 5 to 10 feet, but you have to basically go left or right after the gate to like move around the car. Because I very specifically asked if you wanted to like push it up against the gate to like make a makeshift door. You guys were like,
Would it be a major
nah.
action to repair the car?
It would be, yes. And because you're in combat, it's going to be muy difficile and also come with a higher complication range as well. I'm thinking because you're in combat to do this fast. I think as a Mr. Handy Robot, you're strong enough to fix a bent axle. I'm just gonna say that. I don't know if that's true as to the lore. I'm gonna say you're gonna be able to do it as like within one turn, but it's gonna need 3 successes, and the complication range is going to be increased to a, let's say,
If I think it's that
19 or a
difficult,
20.
then I am not going to worry about it. I would rather drive erratically and save my surgeon than drive properly. So I will just get the car started. As hopefully the key was left in the exhaust, in the ignition.
I don't think it was, because I think you guys were abandoning the car.
Actually, that is true. I ran out with the key, so Randall has it in his pocket. You can ask him for it. He'll give it to you.
Randall, I must get Mr. Silva out of here. Dr. Silva out of here. Please give me the keys.
Okay, I'll give y'all the keys. Don't mess with my car. And he gives you the key, but he's gonna kind of keep his eye on it, like that's his baby. So he might kind of follow Sangreti over to like the car.
Yes, please come. You can protect Dr. Silva best. Going to the car.
Amazing. Dradsum, thank you for the 100 biddies. And we're gonna have, looks like our robot friend is moving up towards the car.
Jeff, real quick housekeeping.
Mhm.
Before stream started, Age redeemed an action point. Did you
Oh.
already add that or no?
I did not see that.
Okay.
There you go. You have full up on your action points.
So you're not repairing the car, right, Ayuda? You're just going to the wind.
See, where's
Correct.
Priscilla? It's
Okay.
way down there. Okay.
Dr. Silva needs to get out of here. Alive. We can repair his surgery hands later.
And another action point. Unfortunately, action points are full up right now. Unless you want to give that action point to me, I'll totally take that action point. Which, let me, by the way, let me grab some of these plastic pirate doubloons so that I remember that I have action points. Because I'm real bad at remembering things like having action points and whatnot.
Who needs them?
Question for the DM.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at this lineup in front of me, trying to decide what and how to do my turn here. Is that guy in the middle? Is that a super mutant unaliver?
So
we prefer the term super mutant, please. Thank you.
So you can see now that you guys are like out of the car and kind of getting your bearings, you can see that of the 5 super mutants, one of them, so not all of them have none of them have super sledges actually, like the 4 that look at the same picture. Two of them have boards, 2 of them have pipe bolt action pipe rifles. The guy in the middle, he's got a big orb kind of in place of one of his hands, and it's got red blinking lights on it, and it's giving off a beeping noise in synchronicity with the red flashing lights. If you want to make some kind of skill check to see if you know what that is,
Yeah, I do.
I think it would be like if there's like some kind of history based skill. I don't know what this.
I have science and I have repair.
Yeah, you could roll either of those to get a little idea of what it is.
I got 2 successes.
All right, with 2 successes, you know that thing strapped to his hand is a mini nuke.
How far away is he?
Not far enough.
I mean, within the rules of the game, he is at extreme range. They're currently still outside of the gates.
Right. All right. I spot the
He
mini.
would have to move 1 and then dash, and then on the next turn he'd have to move 1 and then dash to get into your zone. And then he would have to take another turn before he could try to, maybe blow you up.
All right. I'm gonna scream out to the wastelanders ahead of us. This guy, is he distinctively different from the other 4, other than the image on the map?
I mean, no. Like, he's still just a super mutant. I mean, he's just, got a big bomb strapped to his arm.
Okay. I'm just gonna scream out to them like, that one has a mini nuke. Screaming that for everyone to know, because I knew what that is, and I need to make sure everyone knows. Oh my
Like,
God,
everybody's just redeeming action points for no reason. I love it.
I would prefer that they wait until we need them.
We're all full up on action points, y'all. But bless.
Yeah, but I'm not.
Okay.
I don't have a cap.
We'll spend some in next turn. Give us a second.
I will say, though, I'm not taking action points for all of these joke ones, just the ones that have my name on them. Even though I really want to be fair. Also, to answer a question from the chat earlier, Exotic Butters asked what action points are used for. They can be used for a lot of things. In this game, you have to roll 2d20s at a base, and you're trying to roll equal to or under a certain number associated with whatever skill you're doing. And the difficulty of those rolls, I have to name a certain threshold for success. So earlier when Ayuda wanted to repair that car, I told him it was going to need 3 successes and also have a higher complication range, which is like what happens on a critical fail. So with 2 dice, he would need to roll 3 successes. So that's impossible on 2 dice unless you get a critical hit on one or both of them. One of the things action points can be used for is buying extra dice. You can buy up to 3 extra dice to roll a pool of 5 d20s, trying to get successes on those d20s. You can also do other things with them in combat. I think melee combatants can use them to add damage to their rolls. Ranged combatants usually use ammo for that, and there's a whole bunch of other stuff that action points can do when you spend them in combat. But let's see here. It is the Super Mutant Suiciders' turn. And they kind of have a one-track mind. So he is going to move in here, moving with his minor action, and he's going to use his major action to move 1 more space. And now it is the Wastelanders' turns. They don't have the best... Yeah, they don't have the best ranges on stuff. So let me see here. Actually, let me move this over to this side. So medium, so it's going to be an extreme. They need +2 successes in order to shoot this thing. All right. So I think the ones on the roof are gonna try and shoot the super mutants. They heard Priscilla shout out about the one with the mini nuke. So they are going to try and shoot that guy. The other 2 are going to... I think they're gonna both run up to this zone and take cover behind some of the rubble. And kind of wait for a better shot on stuff. They don't have the high ground. So I'm going to make 3 attacks. I need to get 3 successes here on these shots in order to hit this charging super mutant. They're all going to focus on the suicider because he's dangerous. That is only 1 success. That is only 1 success. Last one, can he crit? And that is no successes. Damn. If he was medium range, those 2 would have hit him, but he's not at medium range, and their rifles are only good for up to 2 zones away.
unfortunate, but it is Randall's turn.
Okay, so I believe Randall is over at the car with Sam and Senora Judah. Is that correct?
You're
That's what I'm
still
remembering.
a little bit away from the car because you guys had moved away from the car to like try and parlay with the wastelanders as they were like starting to aim guns at you. You're not sure if they are fully friendly, but they seem to be distracted by conceivably a bigger threat than your group right now, which is this contingent of 5 super mutants that are chasing you.
Right, and they've heard Priscilla not only say, "Hey, y'all," but also basically, "Hey, he has the big nuke." So they're like focused on that at the moment.
Right.
Okay, so
but you would have to use your minor action to move back to the car if you wanted to go back to the car.
Okay, so Ayuda, that's where did you use one of your minor actions to go towards the car the last time?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he had his turn first.
Yeah, I went right to the car. I'm trying to start it up and leave. Once I get Mr. Silver inside, of course.
And Priscilla, you're a little bit closer to the action, right?
I'm in the middle right now. I'm heading towards the Wastelanders. I'm getting behind their cover. She's not going back to the car.
Okay, that sounds good. I think he probably is going to also take cover now that this nuke is here that has been noticed. And kind of move that direction for a minor thing.
Sorry, which direction were you moving? Towards the car or towards the rubble?
Towards is the rubble away from the car? It's not totally.
Yeah, so the rubble is this like broken brick wall in the zone to the right of where you guys are.
Okay. I think he'll probably head over to the car since he has the pilot points and could probably pilot it even in a like jacked up situation as it is now.
Okie dokie. So you move over there as a minor action. You still have your major action to do stuff with.
Am I close enough to the car to try and get in it? And
yeah.
Okay, that sounds good. So I want to talk to Ayuda. Hey, where you want to go, robot?
Out of here, anywhere but here. Once we get Mr. Silver aboard, Dr. Silver aboard.
And I see Dr. Silver's just a little bit farther away. So I think Randall probably wants to get the car and whoever wants to get in it and drive up kind of behind where the sandwich shop is. I can't think of the name of it. So that building kind of can give some cover and just like as far away from the super mutants as possible with their nuke.
Okay. I'm not sure of like speeds on cars or if there are actual rules about driving cars and how fast they are in combat. So I don't know if someone with access to the PDF wants to like look that up as I continue to be a GM here. That would be helpful. But for this turn, I'll say that you get the car started. With the damage to the front end of the car, it takes a little bit. The engine doesn't want to turn over right away, but eventually it does roar to life.
Y'all get in the car! He's just gonna like yell. He probably shouldn't be drawing attention to himself and everyone else, but it's a little too late. He can't modulate his voice.
Priscilla, at the start of your turn, you see a ugly little creature coming out of the darkness from around one of the either side of the gate. Doesn't matter, whatever you prefer in your head canon. but this ugly four-legged creature with bulbous eyes coming out of its head is chasing after this the super mutant suicider. I'll put dog meat right here.
Oh,
Dog
look
meat.
at it!
Dog
Yay!
meat, so adorable.
Oh, look at that sweet little puppy.
There you
Oh
go.
my
This is
God.
the new dog meat.
If I
Everyone.
had emotions, I would feel them for this doggo.
Oh, he's beautiful. Come on, dog meat. Come on, welcome home, sweetie. So she's calling the dog for her turn to tell it to follow her. And I'm gonna say that's probably like a minor action or a major action to order the dog, right?
I mean, you're the one who has the perk for dog
I'm
meat.
pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that's what it means. So I use one of my actions to do that, and then I'm just moving to these guys. Priscilla just like is passing by them as they're coming towards the battle, and she's just like, "Oh, hey, Dale. Hey, other Dale. How's it going? How's the kids? All right, I'm gonna go this way. Don't shoot the cute one in the apron. He's a good mutant. I know that's kind of crazy to say, but you just gotta trust me. Anyways, keep shooting. You're doing amazing, sweethearts." And then
Do you
dog
want
me
dog meat
is
to not attack the suicider and follow you? You want him to like take his movement and sprint towards you?
yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
just boop right there. Just
Okie
double
dokie.
move for his turn.
All right. Sounds good. That'll bring us to the super mutants' turns. I'm gonna quickly mark two of these guys with little orangey brown dots. Those are gonna be the ones that have the boards. They just got big old 2x4s. I think they're gonna run up here through the gate. The other ones got let me see here. So their rifles are medium ranged weapons. So they're just gonna move up here with their minor action. They can shoot things at two zones away without any pluses or minuses to their amount of hits that they need to get. So one of them's gonna shoot at Ayuda. The other one's gonna shoot at Randall. Can both of you tell me what your defenses are? I'm gonna roll these. Ayuda first, and then Randall, because that's the order they are on my screen from top to bottom. First one looks like they got a 1 success, and the other one looks like 2 successes. But I don't know what your guys' defenses are. Ayuda?
Depends on where he hits Ayuda, because Ayuda's +1 chest.
Oh,
Yeah.
and then 0 on everything
Uh,
else?
Two everything, 3 chest.
Okay. Let's find out.
Actually, wait, no, I have a +1 everything because I have the factory armor.
Hits you in the main body, but it only
Oh.
got 1 success, so you're... Is that damage reduction, or is that your defense rating?
Defense rating.
Defense is 2, you said? Or 2 or 3?
Correct. 2.
Alright, so he actually doesn't get enough successes. So he, it misses. The bullet that went towards Ayuda takes a little chip of wood out of one of the 4 posts on the 4-poster bed.
Oh, now it's personal.
This time
And-
it personal.
And then Randall, on your character sheet, what does it say your defense is? I know what my super mutants' defenses are, so I'm assuming I know what your defenses is, but I mean, I don't know what your like build is like, so I don't know if you have extra like armor or defense or something on your character. Otherwise, I will roll to see where the hits. Looks like it's gonna hit you in the leg if it hits you.
Ooh.
So what is do you have a defense score? I rolled 2 successes.
My defense would be 2 for my legs.
I was talking to Randall. The second one
Sorry,
targeted
sorry.
Randall. But I don't know what Randall's defenses is. Yeah, I'll just check character sheet. I think it's just a 1. Yeah. Unless, do you know if your character has armor or anything like this?
My character does not have armor, no.
Okay. So then Randall's defense is just a 1. That is going to be a hit. And I'm going to roll some combat dice here. Luckily there's no effects for a bolt action pipe rifle. Unfortunately, that is going to be 6 damage against you. Because I don't know if I don't think you have any, or you should have.
That is a brutal
I
shot.
think. Hold on, let me check Randall's character sheet again. So I think that's 6. I think that's 6 damage to Randall.
Damn. All right.
Yeah. Because I don't see you having any damage resistance from anything. I know that the super mutants.
I believe I do. Yeah, just super mutant-y stuff, but like as far as beyond that, no.
Yeah. Well, or decide if I should be. I should be meaner than I already am by putting a guy with a super mutant with a nuke in here, or if I should be nice to you, because in the back of the book where the monsters are listed, they build super mutants as if they were characters. So like a lot of monsters don't have full specials like numbers. Like they'll just have like a body score and like a mind score instead of having like strength and endurance and all this others and agility. It's just body, right? But they build out super mutants like they were characters, and the super mutants in the back of the book do have 2 physical damage resistance, which would mean that would only be a 4 damage.
It's up to you, my DM.
So, I don't know. I feel like you are a super mutant. I feel like you probably have 2 physical and 2 energy resistance, and just we missed putting it on your character sheet because we're all new to this game.
We are all new.
Know.
Shall I I'll take 2 off then.
Yeah, only take 4 damage, and then where it says like base damage resistance on your character sheet, I would just put in 2 under both the shield and the lightning bolt for physical and energy damage resistance.
Sorry, 2 on the shield and 2 on the lightning bolt?
Yeah. Just like kind of right next to the list of skills there where it says base damage resistance.
Got it. Yeah, not arm, head, and all that stuff for armor.
Yeah.
I got you.
All right. So that's going to be the super mutants' turn. 2 of them running up and 2 of them shooting. And then we finally get to Sam Silver here.
I don't feel safe moving forward just yet with the super mutant unaliver over there. So I'm going to bust down on one knee and I'm going to shoot my pistol at the super mutant with the bomb.
Okay.
And then can I spend an AP to do a second shot as well? If I'm reading this
believe
correctly.
so. So you can take one additional major action on your turn if you spend 2 action points. Any skill test you must attempt is increased by 1. You can only take 2 major actions in a single round. So you can spend 2 action points right now, and both of your shots will be at a +1 difficulty. If you're cool with that, then yeah, I can take off them action points from the screen.
Is anyone opposed to me dumping a bunch of action points right now?
Do it.
Go
Yes.
for it. Take that
Go.
son of a gun out.
Okay. So yeah, we'll spend the point to get the extra shot, and then I want to spend the points to get an extra die for each one of those shots.
Okay, so 2 points off to take the extra shot, 1 point for an extra die on the first one, and 1 point for the extra die on the second one. All right, you can make those 2 shots at 3 dice each. You need to get 2 successes on both of them from 4 to hit. Jesus Christ. All right. So they both are going to hit. The second one has two extra successes. So you can bank those 2 action points if you want, or you can use, well, I guess you can't take an additional major action.
Pretty sure I've done everything I can this turn other than
Yeah.
the damage itself.
Yeah, and because you're using a ranged weapon, you can't spend those action points on damage. So we'll bank those. We'll bank those 2 points back.
So we're full again. Yay.
No, you're still down by 2.
Rachel just gave us 4.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right.
I guess I'm gonna roll damage then. Did I roll this twice because both shots, right?
Yeah, you roll your damage twice. You can also spend up to your firing rate in ammunition if you want to add extra damage dice to those shots. So 1 dice per whatever your fire rate is. Like if you had like fire rate 3, you could add 3 extra damage.
I can add 1 damage each to those because I have fire rate 2.
Well, you could add 2 if you have for 2 bullets per shot. So fire rate 2, you get to, I believe, the way it works is you like make your damage roll and then you can add an extra die per point of your fire rate. So you'd be able to 2 on each of those, I think. I'm gonna run it that way for this combat, and we can check it during the break.
Okay. Yeah. So that's 2 shots.
As long as you're keeping track of your ammunition in a game where ammunition is
currently
important.
5 rounds left in this pistol. I do have a spare mag though.
Okay, cool. So yeah, roll that extra damage then.
I just do 2, right?
Well, are you spending 1 bullet per shot, or are you spending 2 bullets per shot because you have a fire rate of 2?
I marked off 2 bullets per shot.
All right,
I
so
was
you
just
roll
wondering how I
4
rolled the
extra,
damage.
4 extra damage.
Okay.
There we go. Do you know if you have any like special things for the gun?
Piercing 1.
Piercing 1. All right, so that is going to ignore 1 damage or resistance per those 2 shots. So that one's gonna do 2. The first one's going to do 2 damage because they resist by 2 physical. So, and then the second one is
So this
gonna...
this is an energy weapon. It's a laser pistol.
Oh, it's a laser. Well, they have 2 physical and 2 energy resistance as super mutants.
Right, but with the first one, I got an effect. So wouldn't that just be 2 damage minus 1 because they would have 1 resistance still?
No, the face is 1 damage plus an effect.
Oh, I didn't know it was plus the effect. Okay,
Yeah.
my bad. Continue.
So unfortunately, with a 2 damage resistance, you basically in this case lose the 1 point of damage that the face provides. So the first one does 2, the second one doesn't do anything because they resist it, and then your extra damage does another 4 for a total of 6 to this super mutant suicider. I will mark that off on his character sheet.
Not that I want to make things more difficult for myself, but I did roll a complication. One of the complications is wasteful shots. Do you want to say I just emptied the mag in panic and have to reload?
Yeah, that sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. You just fucking rounding off into this guy. All right. Let's see here. Who's up next? That is going to bring us back around to Senor Ayuda.
All right. Is this person I'm pinging in roll 20 aiming at my surgeon, my doctor?
No, he is currently aiming at one of the super mutants that isn't Randall.
Excellent. Then I'm going to hand the keys to Randall, and I am going to hold up my flamer and prepare it if anyone tries to attack Randall, and say, "Get the car, Mr. Dr. Silver, get over here."
Appreciate that you call me Mr. Doctor, and I love
Mr.
that.
Doctor.
All right. Give me a second here. I was reading something. Can you repeat what you did on your turn? Sorry, I was reading words, and my brain can't process words at the same time.
I'm going to give the keys to Randall, and I'm going to yell to Mr. Dr. Silver to get over here in the car.
All right.
I think Randall already has a car started.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
excellent.
the engine is running.
Then I am going to hold my flamer towards this mutant, and if they come towards the car, I will flamer them.
Cool. So preparing an action if board guy approaches you. Got it. All right. That is going to be Super Mutant Suicider's turn. I'm gonna move Dogmeat down a little bit. Suicider's gonna run up to Randall, and he's gonna say, he says, oh God, what would he say? I think at this point, he probably doesn't say anything intelligible other than just, as he goes to punch you with a nuclear explosive device.
Nice. I don't know.
I don't want
Since it's not my turn, do I get a defend or not?
Well, so the way combat works is I roll to attack, and I have to get a certain amount of successes on the die in order to successfully hit you. Your
Do it.
defense is 1.
My defense is yeah. I always forget. I played a paladin at one point. And you had like an extra like defense move, but I was wishful thinking. Do your worst.
I I feel bad about this. I was really hoping that people were going to be able to take this guy out. He is at half health. It was possible, but unfortunately, all of the NPCs couldn't hit with their medium range rifles. So mini nukes, huh? They might do like a dumb amount of damage. And I apologize for this.
R.I.P. Randall, I guess.
Well, so they also have this thing called burst on their attack, which means it's gonna hit at least one adjacent character to you. So that's a hit.
1 success.
Yeah, it's a hit. I have made mistakes. I think let me just say this. This is the first time I've ever felt even slightly bad about potentially murdering player characters ever in my
You're
life.
supposed to enjoy it.
The first time. First time for everything, Lace. This is the first time for everything. This is the first time that I've ever felt even slightly bad about this. So mini nuke, gonna punch you right. Gonna punch you right in the face with mini nuke. I'm gonna. You know what? Let's just go around the table. How much damage do you guys think this thing is gonna do? Like, how many combat dice do you guys think
Enough.
this will roll?
Enough.
A crap ton? I don't know.
420.
I wish it was that much. No, it's not that much.
69.
You're
Nice.
honestly 420 is like
Yeah.
real close if you just remove the 4 and add 1.
42.
It does 21 combat dice of damage.
Jesus Christ.
Holy God.
That's
It's
gonna
the
be
fireball of this game.
It
It's
doesn't
not
even
21
roll.
squares.
Yeah, it didn't even roll all of the dice. How many is that though? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 4. So I guess I have to roll that again because that's only 10.
Yeah. Oh.
All right.
Oh no.
I'm just not gonna roll that last one. Fuck it. So that is going to be. So Randall, you get to soak 2 of this, because you can. And you're not gonna get any of the radiation damage because that's also part of this. It is also radioactive for the points that are faces. It's also burst for the points that are faces. So Randall is gonna take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12 minus 2, which is 10.
Wait, I thought you said the faces were radiation.
They do extra radiation.
Oh,
Yeah.
extra. Oh, fuck.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Combat in this game's kind of wicked. Like, if a weapon does like something base, like energy or physical, and then also does something else as an effect, the way I read the rules is like it does the base damage first, and then any of the things that are the effect add radiation on top of the initial thing. Senor Ayuda is going to take 6 points of physical damage.
So that was 10
as well.
total for
Yeah.
for Randall.
That wasn't as bad as, I mean, it could have been. Like, so many blanks on that. That could have been real
Well,
bad.
you know, he's not dead. He's not dead yet. He's pretty close to it, but he's got something left in him.
You know
I'm an
who,
exceptional medic. I can help you out in a moment.
you know who is dead, though, is the super mutant suicider, because he just blew himself up. Alright, we're going to move him off your token there. Alright, that wasn't bad. Alright, I mean, it was bad, but not as bad as it could have been. And I'm glad none of you guys died, because I like Randall. I almost went after dog meat, I'm not gonna lie, but I felt bad because I killed dog meat the last time there was a dog meat. I didn't want to just immediately kill dog meat again. Plus, there was 2 people grouped closer together, so I figured that's what the enemy would do anyway. All right, moving along here.
Hey, Randall?
A bunch of freaking...
Bud, you come back here. I got a stim pack for you. Fix you right up real quick, like.
Okay. I don't know if I can move on my turn, but that is Randall's absolute intention whenever he can do it to get to that stim pack.
I've got 3 of them, so if you gotta like needle in every arm, we can make this work.
Check one thing here. Alright, so I'm gonna go up to minor actions real quick. So what does aim do? Aim, reroll 1d20 on the first attack you make on a turn. Okay. So I'm gonna just... Alright. So I think... I think what's gonna happen is I'm gonna put trying to think what these guys would do and whether or not you'd be able to hear them. I don't think you'd be able to hear them. The guys on the roof. You can hear some like commands being shouted on the roof, but you can't quite hear what they are. The other guys also can't really hear what their friends are saying. I'm going to have each of these guys in cover next to Priscilla shoot one of the guys with the 2x4s. They are both going to take the aim action. So I get to re-roll one of my dice. So I'm just going to make shots with a combat rifle at 3 dice and take the second 2 there. See, I would have to re-roll that one anyway. So that is 3 successes on the one to the north, and then we'll do some damage.
Oh, now they shoot good.
Right? Unfortunately, does not do too great. Although he does have fire rate 2. He's gonna shoot more. Oh my god. Cannot damage him though. Okay, and then the combat rifle to the guy to the south is gonna do just two. And he is also going to roll with extra shots here. That's piercing 1. So our super mutant to the south is going to take 3 damage. So I'll track how much damage he's taken on the token there. And then while I'm finishing up the rest of this, I think we will go over to Randall to keep it moving, but the other 3 are all going to make an attack at the northernmost guy that has a gun. So this one that I'm pinging on the screen right now. But we'll move on to Randall so you can start doing that while I make all of these rolls because, well, I have to do this stupid bullshit. Alright, so he just makes a complication. What you gonna do, Randall?
Randall is still in the car while he got punched. I take it. He's not in much of a fighting condition. He probably wants to back his car over the super mutant closest to the car if he could do it, but I don't know if, like, I wasn't able to pull up vehicle stuff, so I don't want to like make you number crunch from hell if you don't have to on that.
I couldn't find vehicle stuff, but I would just treat it like a heavy blunt weapon, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's a
Yeah.
bed. We could treat it like his melee weapon. I don't know. What's up to you, Fulsham? Also glad to get out of the car and take a whack, but he's not feeling good, but he's mad enough to try and.
If you want
These
to
guys
ram the car into somebody, I think what we'll do for just ease of all of our brains, I'll have you make a piloting check to drive the car. You just need one success because these guys have a defense of 1. And then if you hit him, I'd say like 4 damage dice sounds good. Maybe I don't know, 6. Let's go with 6. Why not 6? That sounds fine to me.
Okay, he will make a pilot check.
Given that a shotgun does 6 damage, I feel like hitting you with a car is probably equal to getting hit with a shotgun. That is 2 successes, so you get an extra die, because technically this is melee. You can add that onto your damage if you want to roll 7 damage dice for that.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Cool.
Do it. Do it.
Amazing. So that's gonna be 4 damage. What is it, like, effect of a car? You think you probably knock him down.
Just tire tracks.
I would like to knock him down and like crush him as much as possible.
Okay. I'll say
Or,
you
yeah, at least some
break
tire
his
tracks.
arm. I'll say you break his arm, so he'll have to make, like, all of his successes will be raised by 1 now, because he's a melee combatant. Does that sound fair? I think that sounds fair, right?
Sounds good to me.
So he's taking 4 damage. It's the one up here, right? This guy?
Correct. Yeah, the closest one.
Alright, so he's
That is
taking
the knife.
4 damage.
That is excellent news. That was my major move, right? Do I get a minor as well?
Yeah,
If
you can,
so,
like,
I'd like
drive the car as well.
I would like to get into the doctor to get my little stim pack. And get some points back if I can, now that I have slaked my rage.
So you basically do, like, a K-turn by, like, backing into this, like, super mutant and, like, running him over and breaking his arm. And then you drive up into his square. Yuta, you're on the car, right? Like, you're in the car?
Judah's in the car with me, yeah.
Okay.
He with his flamethrower.
Yeah. I'm always in the car hanging out.
Cool. So I'll move you guys over here. So Sam Silver, you're not in the car. You're just in the same zone as the car as this car moves around. No piloting checks to move there. I will have, if you keep moving towards Delisandro's sandwich shop, to get past all the rubble and stuff, you will have to make a piloting check.
Got it. Sounds
but for
good.
now, you are in the same zone as the good doctor, and he won't have to make any checks to get over to you or anything, because he can just you don't need to make any, you don't have to spend minor actions to move within the same zone.
That
Awesome,
will
because I'm gonna do something dumb on my turn.
move... Cool. That will move over to Priscilla.
Well, this is a sticky situation.
Yeah, that car's
Priscilla's
like in a real bad way now.
yeah. So dog meat's still following Priscilla. Priscilla's going to move and jump onto the car with Randall real quick, but with her minor action, and is just gonna, classic EpiPen style, just shank a stim pack right into his neck. Probably just missing the jugular, but desperate times, desperate measures. Because I have a couple stim packs for emergencies like this. So you're gonna heal 4 HP now, sweetheart. I hope you feel a little better. And that's it for my turn. Dog meat's just gonna come up into the car as well and just curl up in the back.
Dang. All right. Fast turns. Amazing. Supermut's gonna go. Feel like. All right, hold on. We're gonna do this. We're gonna move everybody up a little bit here. So these guys are gonna move down here. They're both gonna run for their turn to get next to the car. So they're next to the car. They're going to be threatening you guys with boards, unless, of course, you drive the car away from them. The guys with the rifles are going to keep moving forward. Randall, you're actively driving the car, right?
That is correct.
Supermutants, no offense, not the smartest of creatures, but I think
That's
they
racist.
are smart enough.
Take it
They
easy.
are smart enough to know to shoot the guy driving the car. Unfortunately,
I told them. Okay. I
The
thought you meant the
Supermutants.
Wastelanders for a
The
second. I was like, wait a minute.
no, the Wastelanders haven't started shooting you guys yet because there are bigger threats still. So Supermutants turn. They are going to make guns at we'll say yeah, I mean, it just makes sense. They don't want the car to be moving because, they can they want to murder you guys. They got a one-track mind,
Cake toppers, I know. Yeah, I mean, once you know it's out there, you gotta go get it.
Alright, so that one's not gonna work. I have all of these action points here. So I'm gonna spend one of my action points to get an extra die on this attack. And submit. That is one success, which I think actually hits Randall. And so I'm gonna roll my combat dice. And that is only that is 2 effects. But this rifle doesn't have any effects on it. And with 2 damage soaking and effects only doing 1 damage each, you take no damage from this bullet hitting you. The bullet hits you, but your thick outer hide of reinforced leathery super mutant skin, just the bullet just mushrooms into you and then falls off of your shoulder.
The clapping of Randall's ass cheeks deflected the bullet.
That's right.
Oh my god.
He's too
Nice
thick.
try, dipshits.
Amazing.
That's what he says. Nice try, dipshits. He yells it.
Sam, it is your turn. You're in the same zone as the car, not on the car,
You're just kind of like next to it. There are also 2 Supermutants surrounding or trying to surround the car with big 2x4s, and obviously the 2 guys a little bit further away with guns.
So I'm gonna hop onto the car, but I would like to take the first aid action twice. And I don't know if it is a major or a minor. Just as I can do it.
Let me just double check the. So first aid is a major action.
Okay, so I would have to spend AP to do it twice?
Yes, and it would be at a +1 difficulty.
Yeah, that's not gonna be a problem.
Can I assist or no? Because I already did my turn.
I don't think you can assist this. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm really good at medicine, so I'm not worried about +1 difficulty to it.
Fair.
Hey, Randall, look up.
Oh,
And as soon as Randall looks up, I'm going to, in one hand, grab a stim pack for the first aid, and in the other hand, my only dose of buff tats, and just bam, right into the underside of the jaw, both of them.
Oh my god. Just like uppercutting him with syringes.
Yep.
Cocktailed him. Oh my
Yep.
god.
God damn.
I feel like Randall's just gonna roar, like absolutely, like foaming at the mouth.
Randall's eyes just
Alright.
dilate to like take up the entire sclera of his eyes.
So it's important to note that buff tats reduces the difficulty of all strength, persuasion, and endurance tests by 1 to a minimum of 0 and gives you +4 max HP. And if I'm taking the first aid action and administering a stim pack, we get 4 health for that, and then I get to make a medicine check to see how much you heal.
Alright, so real quick. First aid in combat, you must make an intelligence plus medicine test with a difficulty equal to the number of injuries the patient has. I believe that is 2. Right? Because you got hit by the bomb and you got shot before the bomb. That
I
took
did,
off.
but then I got the stim pack back up 4 points to 6.
Okay.
Yeah, because I stim packed him.
So difficulty equal to the number of injuries the patient has, and +1 if you're trying to perform. Oh, on yourself. Okay, so it's one wound healed, but you're doing 2 things, so you need 2 successes to be able to do these.
Right, and I'm going to spend 1 more AP to get an extra die on this medicine check here to see if this works.
All right. On the first one.
3 successes and a complication.
Fair enough. So is that the stim pack or the buff tats?
That'd be the stim pack.
Stim pack. Okay. What's a good complication for a stim pack?
You could do kind of like a weakened stim pack and it heal a little bit less. Because I still have my
Yeah.
medicine check to do after it to figure out how much he actually heals for.
I'm gonna, you know what? I feel like I'm gonna let Lace have some fun with this. And I'm just gonna say that the combination of buff tats and stim pack, and you knowing what those are, makes Randall extremely, extremely overconfident in this situation.
Nice.
Do with that what you wish, Lace.
I got you.
Do with that what you wish.
Dear Lord.
Super confident super mutant sounds like a dangerous thing.
Just
I mean, he
extremely
doesn't have 2 brain
overconfident.
cells to begin with, but yeah, okay, I got this.
You
Yes,
feel like
yes.
you could do anything right now and be so successful at it.
Okay. All right.
And you have like 5 friends on your car with you. This is gonna be
You know
good.
what you do? You just pole dance on the car. Now's your time. You are the dancing queen. Young and
Honestly,
sweet.
at this point, anything that Randall does to the extreme is probably going to be a complication because if he pole dances, that's your melee, your one big swinger just losing a turn. So that's pretty complicated, I would think. So roll the medicine check there, Sangreti. Let's finish up these drugs.
Okay, so I did not think of it during that, so it won't apply, but I do have medic as one of my perks, so I can reroll one of these d20s.
Oh, gotcha.
But both succeed and we're fine.
Cool.
Um,
So how much more does that heal other than the 4 from the sim pack?
6 plus 1, because I have 6 ranks in medicine. And then I have
Jesus
healer
Christ.
as well. Yeah, no, I am fully invested in healing. I can't do anything else well.
So I feel like Randall's back at full health at this point. Because that's
Amazing.
like at
And a total idiot.
least that's at least 10 more HP.
Yeah, and you have 4 extra HP from the buff tats, right?
Mhm.
Yeah,
It's a lasting effect, so it would
Yeah.
be till the end of this entire encounter.
hot.
So what is that total number? Just to be a dickhole?
What's your total HP?
Yeah, you had 16 HP to
16.
start, right? So
16,
now you
You're
have
at
20. So yeah, now you have 20 effective HP. Until the end of
We're
the
at-
scene, and then it goes
Alright.
back.
We're at full AP now. Thank you, Dad.
Also important to not cheat the DM. Randall needs to make an addiction roll because that's some strong shit, and it is addictive 2.
So that's what, 2 successes to not be addicted, and it's what kind of a check?
Is that considered
I
poison? Because he's resistant to poison as a super mutant.
I don't know how the addiction check
No,
works. I just know that it says
addiction-
addictive 2. So
Okay.
Oh yeah, so what do I don't know what to roll for though.
I have
Medicine?
no idea.
Hold up, I can look. I have the PDF
Yeah,
open.
you look that up.
Ba-ba-da-ba-da. It'll probably say under the items. So
Is there anything else you're gonna do on your turn, Mr. Silver?
nope, that's everything I can do. I
All right.
burn my when you take an addictive chemical, roll a number of die equal to the number of doses you've taken this session. If you roll a number of effects that equals or exceeds the chem addiction number, you become addicted. So this is
Amazing.
addictive 2. They would need 2 effects. So I don't think they can
Amazing.
become addicted because they've only taken chem. Oh no, they've taken chems 3 times.
Oh, so they would
Oh.
have had to have taken chems 3 times
So
before they.
chem, no, they need to roll 3 dice. They have taken 3 individual chems, and if they roll 2 effects out of those dice, they are addicted to buff tats.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Can I just roll? Where do I roll that on my sheet?
So you roll 3 combat dice. So up in the top right corner, there's like a little face button that should allow you to. You click on that, and then you can roll 3 dice. And then if you get 2 or more, I don't think you're addicted. You got nothing.
That's good
Snake
because
ass.
a super mutant addicted to buff tats would be a big problem.
That would become a problem very quickly. Yeah, I suspect we would not be able to get them enough for Randall.
That, and I think like one of the withdrawal symptoms of anything with buff out in it is like you go into a rage or something.
Oh, perfect.
I told you guys it was a dumb idea, but it was gonna guaranteed work.
Listen,
I
Randall's
love it.
grateful to the doctor. So grateful. He's probably gonna hug you. Good job.
I hope he doesn't break my bones. I am a frail old man.
Well,
Randall's
we'll hope
good
that,
enough. He doesn't crush you.
We'll hope that someone breaks someone's bones. But before we get there, Senor Ayuda, are you gonna be breaking bones?
I'm gonna look to Randall. Randall, I'm gonna hold up my flamer. Does this vehicle need some firepower?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna go to the back, and when Randall hits the gas, I'm gonna release my big guns. I may as well roll now. So whoever's behind me is getting a faceful flamer if I rolled well.
Gotcha. You rolled 0 successes.
Yeah, no, I rolled terribly. I'm just here for the aesthetic.
You know
Fair
what?
enough.
I dig
Dang.
it.
That
I
would have been
dig the
awesome.
You lay down some covering fire, literally.
A little bit of a smoke screen, a flame screen.
Yeah. Alright, Super Mutant Suicider is dead. This is the Wastelanders turns. I think we're gonna do the same thing as last time, except these guys are gonna start falling back as these super mutants get closer, because they have medium ranged weapons. And as I roll all of these things, so same thing as last time. One of the two closer dudes is gonna shoot one each of the melee guys, and then the 3 other dudes on the roof are gonna keep focus firing the rifleman to the north. And Randall, while I roll all of these dice, you can start letting me know what you want to do on your turn.
Remember, you're extremely overconfident right now.
Yes.
So Randall, being extremely overconfident, probably wants to. It doesn't make a lot of sense, but it doesn't matter. He wants to back his car up, continue to. In his mind, he would like to jump off the car as it's moving through the flames and physically onto the super mutant behind him to attack him.
I was on board with this plan, then I realized that leaves us without a driver.
Sorry.
Listen, y'all give him overconfidence beyond, so that's what he's gonna do with his life. He figures he can attack the guy and then jump right back in the car.
I mean, to be fair, he survived getting point blank nuked and is now full health, healthier than he has ever been rolling in on these dudes. The overconfidence makes perfect sense.
Yeah,
Even without the drugs, yeah.
I had flashbacks to when I played Fallout 3 and I mini nuked a group of super mutants and they didn't fucking die.
All right, so to quick recap, only 2 of those Wastelanders actually hit anything, but due to damage resistances, they didn't actually do any damage to any of those super mutants.
Oof.
Yeah,
Rough.
apparently combat rifles, only, at least when wielded by a Wastelander mercenary, combat rifles only do 2 dice of damage, so kinda hard to get past a damage resistance 2 creature with those.
They don't even have piercing on the bullet?
They do, but
Because he got 2 faces.
yeah, but I don't know how that. I think if you get one effect, then the effects apply, right? So it's just either it pierces or it doesn't.
Well, they stack in potency, so
Oh, do they?
yeah.
Mhm.
So for my piercing 1
Oh,
weapon,
shit,
it specifically
okay.
says if I get 2 effects, it becomes piercing 2 in that case.
Mhm.
Oh, well, in that case, piercing 2, he does 2. One person does 2 damage to the super mutant in the back there, the northern one with the gun. The other one only rolled 1 effect and then 1 damage, so he still had 1 soak there for that 1 damage. So as all these bullets goes off, what was Randall doing again?
Randall was backing the car up.
Mhm.
I don't know if he can do this, but this is what his dumbass wants to do, is as the car is backing up, jump off it through the flames of Iduda's flamethrower to try to do a leap attack onto
Cool.
the mutant behind the car.
Sounds good.
Oh man, if I only had some psycho.
Real quick question, Sam. Are you on the car?
I am on the car.
Okay, cool. So you are gonna move
am-
there. These two are gonna move down here. Randall's gonna stay in this square as you jump off the car. Make a melee attack with the whatever your melee weapon is, please.
I shall. One moment, please.
I'm
Really?
petting dog meat too, and it's just snot all over my hand.
It's just dog meat. Priscilla's so radioactive poisoned in her mind that to her the first dog never died. This is the same dog. She's like, "Where have you been? You've been gone for a whole day."
Oh my god. Amazing. That's one comment. I need you to roll hit the button to the far left in that column.
Sorry, yeah, I hit damage.
Which I feel like should be more than that as well.
Wait,
What
the
do
far
you-
left in that column? What are you talking about?
So under the name, there's like a little. It's hard to kind of see, but there's like a little dice underneath the name. So that should be the dice that you roll to attack on the weapons column. At the bottom of your character sheet under weapons.
Sorry, I'm having a little trouble with the character sheet. It's kind of freaking out, and I cannot actually access my weapons at the bottom.
It's fine.
Give me a sec.
We're just roll. We can roll melee weapon skill, basically.
Yeah, thanks. I need to restart. Roll 20 in the meantime.
That's fine. Do you want to use any action points?
For this stupid shit, I would like to, use an action point.
How many dice do you want to roll? 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many?
Let me roll 3.
Okay. I'll re-roll that because I'm notoriously bad at rolling dice. Oh my god.
I've got it back, by the way. I can roll now, so...
Yeah, how about you do that? Because I rolled a complication
Holy crap,
for you.
yeah.
I rolled 5 zeros and a complication, so...
You know what this
I'll
is?
just let you roll the attack. Just roll melee weapon skill.
This is more the dice hate you.
They do.
Because now it's a
They
roll
do.
under system,
They
and
do.
you're cranking them out every time.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't roll low. The dice hate me. If it's D&D and I have to roll high, the dice come in low. If it's a roll under system and I have to roll low, they roll high. Dice hate me. And it doesn't matter if it's roll 20 or if it's the D&D Beyond or if it's actual physical dice. Dice just hate me. They just hate me.
I specifically remember when you built a character to circumvent your terrible rolling, and you proceeded to murk every enemy on your first try throughout the entire campaign. I was shook because I've seen you roll as a DM.
Yeah. I literally built a D&D character specifically with the powers of re-rolling dice, literally everything I could do to mitigate the fact that I roll shitty, and I was hitting crits every other shot. I was so mad because then
the highest skill count.
Yeah, dice just fucking hate me. Anyway, Randall gets 3 successes when he only needed 1. So you can spend up to 3 action points here, 2 of which you have banked, but you can take another one out of the group pool if you want to roll up to 3 extra damage dice on this. What is your
4
weapon?
normally?
4 normally, so you can roll up to 7 damage here with your melee weapon.
The rest of the group, y'all care if I take all of my action points?
Just do it.
I will do it.
All right.
Crush his skull.
So roll that 7 Dimaggio. Oh my god. What's your
Holy
weapon?
shit.
My weapon is
Holy
the baseball bat.
Is a baseball bat? Does the baseball bat have any like special stuff? Do we know?
No, not that I know of. No, it's just a baseball bat. It may be filled with radiation.
Well, I mean, super mutants are immune to radiation, so
I'm looking. Baseball bat has no damage effects.
no damage effects. Okay, so
Nope.
that is 4, 5, 7 damage. I'm gonna say put it onto the one who's a little bit more damaged. How do you want to do this, Randall?
So Randall wants to leap through the flames and just like rain down a hail of like whack after whack after whack after whack of the baseball bat like to this creature's neck. Trying to basically like baseball bat its head off.
Amazing. You do. Yeah, it's like I don't know if you guys have ever seen the Netflix show Daredevil. But in
Yes.
season 1, when the Kingpin puts that guy's head into the car door and just slams it over and over again until he just doesn't have a head anymore. Yeah, it's like that.
Beautiful.
I've been rewatching that.
You thought
series
you were
recently.
real cool, huh? That's what Randall yells.
I really like that Kingpin.
Oh yeah, he's like one of my favorite Marvel villains.
They did him so well.
But yeah, this super mutant no have head now.
Turns out if you put enough drugs into a super mutant, they become an incredible rage fest and just remove people's heads.
And
That's
that
right.
is going to go to Priscilla. So Priscilla, I'm gonna just say the car still moving backwards. Just gonna throw that out there.
So, Dogmeat and I are gonna abandon ship and use our minor action to move up here. Me and my dog.
Okay, fair enough.
Because I just major action, pick up the fat lard. Minor action, boop, and I'm just
I'm gonna move this guy
back
down
over here.
So car keeps moving. As Randall just slammed it into reverse and then jumped off the car. Car just in the state of disrepair that this thing is in. The throttle is jammed. The car is just moving backwards.
Oh shit!
Have to play into that complication a little bit, right?
Some say those who wander the wasteland still see the Victorian bed driving across backwards
In reverse.
to this day.
In reverse. Yeah.
It's bed curtains flowing in the wind.
Yep.
Far across the distance.
All right, so you jump off the car and move up into Randall's zone, like into that zone. You still have a major action, and you can still tell Dogmeat to like do something.
Wait, a what?
You still have
I'm
a major
sorry.
action, and you can still tell Dogmeat to do something.
Oh, my major action was to pick up Dogmeat, and then the minor action was to move, so I can't really order Dogmeat because I'm holding him.
Okay.
I'm just
Fair
swaddling him like my own child, because he is.
All
I
right.
might breastfeed this dog when you're not looking. If I had breasts, but they fell off 2 days ago.
Thank God for that. 'Cause that is not a scene that I want to have to narrate or GM
Yep.
for.
You have to fully draw it.
No. I think Abstracto will draw that one for you. Other super mutant sees Randall beat his friend's head in, and he's gonna try and return the favor. Roll roll an
Yike.
attack. You get a complication. Randall, big old buff boy, got buff tats. I think men tats make you smarter. So we're just gonna say, not only are you like super strong and got all that health and stuff back, but you got a real buff brain. And he's gonna swing at you with the board just to like hit you over the head, and your big old buff brain just snaps his 2x4 like over your head, and you don't feel anything. And now he doesn't have a weapon.
Wait, my brain bounced
Yeah.
the 2x4?
Yeah, you got a big old strong head now, cause buff tats. Cause why not?
That's amazing.
Cause you know.
Your head has muscles, just
Yeah.
along
Yeah.
your temple, just like an 8-pack on each side.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll move this guy over here so he's like next to Randall. But yeah, he just like snaps a 2x4 over your head, and you don't even like register it. And you know, he just like tosses the other part of his 2x4, and now he just doesn't have a weapon.
Amazing.
I don't know what these other two guys would do. I feel like again, like Supermutants aren't the smartest things in the world, and they were shooting at the car. The car is now moving past them. There was a lot of confusion going on. I think they're still going to shoot at the car. So, one shot against Sam, one shot against
Not great for me.
Senorita.
You know?
However, though, they are medium-ranged weapons at close range, so they have to hit a +1 defense here. So for what is Sam's defense?
My defense is 1 physical, 2 energy, 2 radiation.
Or your defense, not damage resistance.
I don't know. I knew my damage resistance.
So it should be right above where it says power armor and that little black bar there.
It's just 1.
Just 1, okay. So that would have to hit a 2 success to hit you, and that is 2 successes to hit you. But you said how much physical resistance do you have?
1.
Just 1.
Ow.
Thank you for
What
the action
the
point.
fuck?
Abstracto.
Damn, that's
Oh
dirty.
my god. So that's I don't have anything written on the effects for this bolt action pipe rifle. So that's just I say just, but that's 6 damage to you, Sam. And then Senor Yuta's got like what, 2 or 3 normal. Oh wait, I guess I have to roll. I keep forgetting to do this part because it's not. I don't have an easy way to like show it on my screen because I can't put this on. Whoops, I rolled the wrong one. Body shot. It just goes into your torso. Just a nice center mass body shot. And if this hits Senor Ayuda, this will hit his thrusters. But that's only 1, so I don't think that hits Senor Ayuda. All right. So you just take a fucking center mass shot. How are you looking there, Sam?
You know, not as bad as I thought. I'm okay.
All right.
I'm-
Maybe it's a gut
I'm-
shot.
It's definitely an upper body shot. It definitely hurt. It definitely hurt.
Well, it is your
Let's
turn.
just say, if that super mutant would have exploded on me, I'd already be dead.
Fair enough. Well, it is
Uh,
your turn here as we
So-
close out the last round of combat for this. Man, this took a
I'm
lot
gonna-
longer than I thought it was going to.
I'm gonna try and stop the car, but I don't know anything about how this car functions.
Cool. Make a piloting check.
Yeah. I hope I don't just like make it go faster, because that'd be just the best.
All right.
I have,
So
I have 2 successes apparently.
2 successes. You know, like how car work basically. Like, so you just start like you see that like the accelerator pedal is like stuck. And so the first thing you do is you kick that, it pops up, and then you slam on the other pedal. Well, I guess, hold on, wait, Lace.
Yes.
Is the bed a stick shift, or is it an automatic?
Oh, this is a really good question. I hate to do this to y'all, but Randall's old fashioned. He lived in a redneck town. It's 100% four on the floor.
Amazing. So with a stroke of luck, you guess correctly, and you hit the brake and not the clutch, and you actually do slow down this bed. I just wanted to take that opportunity to define whether or not it was a standard transmission or an automatic.
I appreciate you. It is not, it's not standard, and it's also just like the stick shift is the top of a carved cane, a Victorian cane that he has to like.
I was almost hoping it was a disco ball.
If he would definitely have put one on there if he would have found one.
It's actually a cake topper of Billy Shears.
What? Yes, that's exactly what it is. You know what? Yeah, that's what it is.
And another action point from Abstracto. Alrighty. So that's a major action. Do you have any minor actions you want to take, Sam? Or do you want to spend action points to do another major action?
No, that's it for me this turn. I'm an old frail man. I kind of did everything I could figure out there.
Alrighty.
And Randall is so grateful.
I'm glad Randall's alive. See, I'm pretty sure at this point Sam considers Randall part of the family because his life has been saved twice in a row by Randall. So
awesome.
Like a period of 3 days, and Randall's working his way into the family.
So
Yay.
as
Family's everything.
family.
Look, I already got the Vin Diesel cut, all right?
I was gonna say we should do a scene, like a drive scene with this car where you're just continuously upshifting about 14 times.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So as Sam Silver brings the car to a stop, so too the show must come to a stop. That combat in this game with a lot of enemies on the field takes a long time, especially when you still don't really know all the combat rules. But yeah, that's been the show, guys. We'll maybe finish this up next week unless I can figure out a reason why these super mutants would run away, which there probably isn't one because they're super mutants. However, they have all taken damage, so hopefully maybe these wastelanders can like not be stupid. They do have Molotov cocktails. Maybe they'll run up and start using those next week. I don't know. That would be kind of bad for everybody, but you know. Anyway, Molly Three Fingers, thank you for the 200 biddies. Before we go around here and finish up this episode, I would like just to take this moment real quick and let everybody know again, if you weren't here at the beginning of the show, I currently have a Kickstarter running. It is for an 84-page graphic novel. It is based on a public domain film from 1949 called Dead on Arrival. It is a fantasy noir book where an orc has to solve her own murder before she dies. The book is fully finished. We have it on Kickstarter. So as soon as we get the funding, if we fund, as soon as the money gets to me, I can use that money to immediately send in orders to the printers, and hopefully it'll be a really fast turnaround. The printer I work with is kind of having paper supply issues. So I don't know if I'll have as fast of a turnaround as last time, but yeah, you can hit the link there. You can go check that out. Before stream started, we were at like 54%. I don't know if we've gotten any donations in the last couple of hours. But last Kickstarter we did, we funded by day 4. And it'd be really awesome if you could help me do that again. All the proceeds that we make after printing and all that stuff are gonna go to fund more comics and more tabletop rules and stuff for this show, and just generally supporting the kind of silly creative stuff that I do. So that's my plug. But we'll go around here and I'll go say hi to Lace. Let him know what you do when you're not here. And I'm also going to shout out the cast. You guys go follow all their channels.
Awesome. Thank you. So I am currently, besides streaming here on Twitch twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays, streaming with my fabulous partner Dratsum at around between 8 and 9 p.m. Eastern time. Playing some old creepy horror games and just being ridiculous and a lot of butt jokes. So come on down.
Amazing. Zack, let them know what you do.
Hi guys, I'm Zack the DM. I do a whole lot of variety. Like this week, I got 6 hours of D&D, 9 hours of variety gaming, 4 hours of political commentary, and an hour of learning Spanish. So DM just doesn't stand for Dungeon Master; can stand for Democratic Masochist, Dick Muncher. It's a whole list, and you can be creative with it if you join me over at Zack the DM.
Amazing. And substances used.
Yes, I'm Dion, also known as Substances Used on Twitch TV. When I'm not viciously working to get an ass like Nicki Minaj and arms like Michelle Obama, I'm streaming on Twitch, either playing TTRPGs with all my super cool, awesome nerd friends like you guys, and/or playing retro JRPG video games on my channel. Right now, we're playing through Star Ocean Till the End of Time, a retro PS2 title. Yeah, you heard me right. PS2's retro now. We're fucking old. Get over it. That's pretty much it going on my stream. I stream whenever. Had some requests for some night streams for some of the, night crew, and I'm working towards that, trying to find the days. Balancing TTRPG life and a full-time job makes it hard, but we're doing it.
Right?
I also just want to piggyback off Jeff's promotion real quick and just
Not
really
allowed.
nail it home. Jeff has been working so hard on DOA, and I, as his friend and compatriot in streaming, want to let all of you know that any share that you can put out into the world of this Kickstarter and have his amazing work shown to other people means the world to everyone. So share his Kickstarter, promote his work. This guy has worked his butt off for us. So
Agree. And go support him on Patreon. I do too. Just throwing it in there because that's also a thing you should do.
And Sangreti, let them know where they can find you when you're not here.
I'm much less interesting than the rest of the crew. I'm Sangreti on Mondays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I show a movie and make a cocktail on my channel. This week, hopefully, Disney wants to get on board, and we'll be doing a Goofy movie and a fun little twist on root beer floats. And I am going to drop on the train with everyone else. You really should check out DOA. I've seen a lot going on it. Dead on Arrival is really cool, and the art in it is really cool. Check out that Patreon.
Hey, thank you both for the double shout out there, and Lace, thank you for plugging the Patreon as well. You know what? What the hell? You guys want? You can head over to the Patreon. Is that link? Oh no, the link didn't work.
I already linked it. I
Did
already
you?
did my job as the best mod.
Oh, well, that's fair. We're gonna raid Big Jim Slade Gaming, like Dratsum, like Zack, like me is another hero approved streamer. He's currently doing Jackbox games, so you can go from watching a bunch of people playing a game to actually playing stuff yourself if you want to hop in and play some Jackbox. Alrighty, we'll be back next week at 9 Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific for episode 5 of Fallout Liberty City. Bye. Awkward goodbye. Adios, as Zach will say come
Sayonara.
Thursday.
Adios, por favor.
Goodbye, please. Amazing.
So much waving.
Right?
I do